Hi all, Ryan O'Donnell here, going to walk you through how to be able to edit diagrams that you find in order to include in your own assessments. This is designed because oftentimes we will find images, maps, charts, graphs, diagrams that we ultimately want to be able to use with our classes, but oftentimes we want to be able to edit these images in order for our kids to be able to identify particular parts of them. So with many teachers wanting to be able to create their own assessments, I thought this would be a simple sort of tutorial to walk you through this process. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you which program to use. It comes with our Google Suite of Tools. And probably the easiest way is to bookmark it, but for those of you who don't have it already, it's called Google Drawing. It's one of the lesser known products that we use in the G Suite of Tools. And so if I went to Google Drawings, and you'll see it's right here, Google Drawings, create diagrams, and it looks very similar to docs and slides. What you'll notice though is, unlike slides, you only have this one page in which to work with, not slide after slide. But all of these that you see across the top and the toolbar over here is all the same thing. So if I want to be able to insert images, pictures, all that sort of stuff, it's the same idea. So having this in mind, I want to be able to take a diagram that I found. So I'm going to go over here to Google. I'll search for, let's say, a water diagram cycle. And oftentimes there's a lot of these great images to use, but let's say if I want to be able to take one of them, like, let me open up this one that I found. Like, this is a fantastic one about the water cycle. And I want, let's just say, necessarily not have a conversation with them, but what if I wanted to have the students sort of demonstrate that they know this is evaporation or they know this is precipitation. So I really would like to be able to change some of this. Well, let me show you a really easy way to be able to do this. So I'm going to take that image, copy that image, and now I'm going to go back over to this Google Drawing that I had. I'm going to paste this on here now, and you can see the image doesn't match up to the size of the palette that I'm on, but in the bottom right hand corner of this Google Drawing palette, there's a little resize. So first off, let me put this in the top left corner because I want to resize the bottom right corner, and I can change the width or the height and drag them both to be roughly about the same. So now my image is the exact same size as that. Next thing I want to do is be able to cover this up. The easiest way to be able to do is, we may want to think we'd be able to do eraser tool, but a very simple way is to just put shapes on top of it. So I'm going to go up here over to shape. I'm going to insert a shape, and I'm going to draw the most simple rectangle over the top of this and put it right there like that, and that has covered it up. When I'm all done with this, I could now just simply go to File and Download as. Probably a ping would be the best for a graphic, and now that'll be on your computer where you can use it and be able to put it in whatever sort of assessment that you're going to be using. I want to take it one step further to kind of be able to make this really blend, because I have this image, this shape, and I want to be able to, let's say, really make it disappear. So a few things I can do is I can try to be able to match this color to that one. So I can see that there's two things. There's the black on the which is the border, and there's also the fill color, and that's what these two are up over here. If I click on that image, I can see I have the border color, which is black, and the fill color, which is that light blue. If I click on the light on the color itself, I can try to be able to match it. If I wanted to, let's say I click on one of those, that doesn't necessarily be what I want. I could go to custom, and now I can play with this whole rainbow of colors here. But if you notice that every color does have a code. And now what I want to show you is take us to the next levels. Can I find the exact code of this blue and make this blue match that blue? Well, I'm going to go up here, and let's all take a look here. If you go to the Chrome store, and you're going to search, if you go in the Chrome store, if you search for Color Pick Eyedropper, let me show you what that looks like. Chrome store. And here I'm going to go to Color Pick Eyedropper. And then I'm going to install that. This one is from Vidsby. There's lots of these different eyedropper ones. This one I really like, because let me show you what that will do when I go back over here to my drawing. Up on the top, we often have these Chrome extensions installed. So here's Color Eye Pick, and basically when I click on that, watch what happens to my mouse. It will now turn into sort of a target, and wherever I move over here, this area up over here is going to show me that particular color. So blue is over here. Now you can see this is a zoom in on the sun. And everywhere I move it up over here, you'll see that these numbers change. There's an HSL and RGP, but the one I want is the one that starts with the pound sign, the hashtag over there with a bunch of these numbers and letters up to F. So now if I go anywhere over the blue, I can see that that number is 80BFE8. I can remember it, but watch this. If I click it once, it now brings that up and it's highlighted. So I can right click, go to copy. And now this is the neat piece. Let me close that right there. Go back to my shape that I drew, and I'm going to change the two colors. First off, I don't want a border at all, so I'm going to turn the border to transparent, which means make it disappear. And then the fill color, instead of going over here, I'm going to go to that custom and just highlight what I had right here, delete that, change this to the number that I just had, and here's the magic. There's a shape there, but when I click outside of it, it looks like it's gone. So this could be a wonderful way I can be able to drop this. Like I did before, I would go to File, Download as a ping, and now I can put this in my test, in my quizzes, in a slideshow, and have a conversation about it. But a wonderful way where we can start to edit in Photoshop kind of our own images to be able to make them use in whatever way you want. Hope you found this helpful, and we'll see you all later.